Hello and welcome to Salt All the Things. Today we're going to find out if achievement points can be used as a currency to buy back our lost time. Ha ha! Just kidding. Once again, we're going to talk about World of Warcraft and games. I'm Rocket. That's Trog.
Hi, everybody.
Before we get started, Trog, I kind of want to toss it out there. We're switching it up. We had planned to do a special recording with a good friend of ours, and that is being pushed to a later date due to some technical issues. Trog. Anyway, so today we have a different show in mind for y'all.
I have no problem taking that on. Yeah, the recording software crashed like pretty close to the end of the last episode.
I think we had like 5 minutes left.
We
had gotten all the way through.
I think it actually crashed earlier, and it took me like 10 minutes to notice it.
Oh, no.
So, yes, technical difficulties from my side, but today I've shut down everything so that software is almost the only thing running on my computer.
Well, we'll see if that indeed helps us or not. But yes, so
Hopefully.
Today we're going to pivot and we're going to talk about pointless points and the achievement system built into WoW. But before we dive into that, Trog, any updates in gameplay land? I know you've been doing some fun things lately.
Oh, man. So I think since the last time we talked, I've gotten my Beastmaster Hunter up to max. Also, this morning, I got her up to epic gear, so everything is champion or above on her. So that's
Nice.
Or him, because I race changed him again.
Oh, God. You are turning into me. This is bad.
He had those two plant T-Rexes, and I was doing a Sylvanas thing, but that didn't fit with the theme, so I made him a Heroneer. And now I feel... and then I put on a green lizard suit from the
Pandaria. Sorok Hunter. Yep.
Yeah, so now I feel very themey, and it feels good. So I'm done playing that character now that I've got them perfectly themed, you know?
Salt all the things, brought to you by the word of the day, themey.
And then I have settled for Season 2. I am going to main my warrior tank. I'm going to keep my Resto Druid up as a secondary and my BM Hunter up as a tertiary if I need to fill a non-tanking role. But I plan on being one of the tanks next expansion because over the last couple of weeks I've been raid tanking. I've even started doing some Mythic Plus tanking. And the team says it's going well. I feel good about it. I feel like I'm good at getting a set of mobs and controlling them and then not dying most of the time. Every once in a while, I get so zoned into what I'm doing that I forget to refresh. What is it?
Ignore pain. Yeah.
Yeah. And if that drops off, I die.
Same thing with druids and barkskin. It's iron fur.
Yeah, iron fur.
Kind of the same thing.
Yeah, so I have those. My first 3 buttons is my 1 button for the warrior, the shield 1 that has 2 charges, and then the ignore pain. And so I'm pretty much just slamming 1, 2, and 3 all the time.
As you should.
Yeah, but it works. It works. I can usually keep the damage mitigation up there, and man, I'm having more fun in WoW than I have had in probably months.
Well,
like
great.
Probably since Legion Remix.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm being 100% honest, I can even tell you're having more fun like when you're online doing stuff instead of just like, okay, now I get to DPS yet again. Oh, look, I died yet again kind of thing. No, it's way more engaging for you, and I love to see this side of you. I like a happy Trog.
Drac keeps telling me that he likes tanking because he doesn't have to think, but I actually find that it's like there's way more to do when you're tanking than when you're DPSing, and you're just kind of going through your rotation over and over and over again. And don't stand in the crap. Do my rotation over and over and over again.
Well, and
with tanking, I have to think about other things.
Coming from like the Altaholic, original himself, I have played every role, and I can tell you that just doing different roles for any length of time will make you better at other roles. So, my time spent as being a tank has taught me how to be a better melee DPS because I know all about the spacing and kind of where I need to be and that kind of stuff. Or I quickly look for where you as the tank are going to be, and then I position myself based off of where I see you standing. So it's like I feel like if more people would just branch out once in a while, I'm not saying you have to do it for forever, but experience the other roles and kind of see what the other side looks like. It'll make you, number one, be better at the role that you want to do, but it'll also make you appreciate how much work that person used to do to keep you alive.
I agree with that 100% because all of my time as a healer, right, taught me that the suckiest thing as a healer is when everybody's got dots on them and you have one cleanse every 8 seconds.
Right? Oh, God, it's got to be brutal. And your paladin doesn't use freedom.
And so for me, I know when I'm on a DPS that can do a self cleanse, I make sure to tell the healer, like, focus on me last.
Right.
I will take care of myself because I know how stressful that is. And if even just 1 or 2 people in the group can help you with cleansing, that's a gigantic win for a healer. So,
or even like
I agree with you.
Splash healing, especially with like druid and paladins, like as the tanks. Like there's been so many like almost deaths that have happened that just a little bit of splash healing on the side kept everybody alive.
Yeah.
So,
I did that on my druid all the time. I had that AoE heal, and same with his run ability. I figure if I need a speed boost to get somewhere, I bet everybody else does too. So I just pop it for everybody.
Yeah. And I do wish there was more of that. Like they took that away from Hunter a long time ago, and that's been a point of contention for me. As aspect of the pack should be group wide.
Yeah, I thought that was weird. I got on my hunter and I'm like, why don't I have a group speed buff? I thought we always used to have one.
Yeah. Aspect of the cheetah used to affect your whole group, and now it's just you, and it's got a longer cooldown. It's like ridiculous.
Yeah, it's very ridiculous.
But yeah, I mean, as far as me, I think I've finally narrowed it down to almost a very similar list. Conveniently. I've been playing a lot on my Paladin in Keystones and having a ball because I think Paladin is one of the few DPS classes where I struggle the least. Because it's literally like you have your personal shields and stuff and you can stand in the middle of crap. And then as far as interrupting, I have that interrupt macro that we use. So it's like I've got an AoE stun. I've got a couple of different interrupts between my judgment and my actual interrupt. I'm just having a ball. And it helps, too, that almost every pug group I go into, people see my T-Mog, and I get a compliment every time. So I think I chose wisely.
There's another thing that happened recently that I think we should share with our audience.
Well, that would be... Are you referring to good old Bill?
Good old Bill.
Are you referring to Bill?
Bill. I don't know who Bill is.
You call him Betrayal Bill.
Oh, no. Rocket finally got off his butt and got his Steam working again.
Oh, no.
So... Please, if you listen to this podcast,
no,
harass Rocket and get him to play something other than WoW with you.
Well, so here's the funny thing. Like the day after I did it, you gave me a bunch of games, which thank you, by the way. I will thank you in front of everyone.
I
got
you a couple of games that I know Mito's going to want to play soon. So.
I have yet to do anything with them. That was like a week ago. But that's just because work has been crazy and, trying to catch up on WoW has been crazy. But yeah, I'm finally at the point where I conceded and reactivated my Steam account and will be partaking in other things for entertainment as well.
So, team, you have to help. You have to help Rocket step out of his safe zone and experience some gaming goodness with me.
Yeah, in other words, failure is always an option and nothing to be feared.
You know what we really should do, and we should totally record it when we do it. We should play Portal 2 all the way, the co-op mode together.
Oh gosh, no.
You will die so many times, and you will scream in frustration at me many, many times, and I will laugh and laugh and
I
laugh.
mean, I feel like one of these times we could even stream the two of us just doing something random and add it to
That'd be cool.
the website.
I still want to do a recording of us doing some dungeons or some delves together.
Yeah, and so along with that, the character I was referencing, everybody, is my shaman. I came up with a Beta Ray Bill T-Mog and name for my shaman. And I think that for season 2, I'm going to focus on doing keystones and raiding on the paladin, but I'll have my resto shaman waiting in the wings and able to pitch in if we need a healer. And then obviously anybody who knows me knows that I can't leave Rocket alone at all, so I'll be doing him on the side.
On the side.
What did you call it? Tertiary.
Yes, tertiary tune.
Yeah,
Because it's the one I have the least interest in.
I love Rocket. He's been my main since vanilla, and he's had many different incarnations. It's just I need to do something different for a little while just to, have a change, and that's okay.
Oh, Paladin is tons of fun, and it's a really flashy way to play.
It is, dude. And let's be real, it's one of the easier, more accessible classes, so I don't feel like, on the days that I work and then have to raid and may or may not get like 15 minutes to myself in between, I feel like there will be less of a, oh my gosh, now I got a raid kind of thing instead of, hey, I get to throw hammers at things. Woo! So that's where I'm at for the next season. I'm excited. There's some cool changes coming through from the game. Housing wise, things pretty much remain the same, although Ray and I did finally finish her house with the addition of 100 extra outdoor decorating points. So we were able to finish like the Ray cave and the outside of her house. So I'll be probably posting a video either today or tomorrow about that.
Oh, that sounds fun. Did they increase the limit again then?
Well, so I don't know why they keep doing it in like baby steps. So for the longest time we were stuck at 250, and then they added in retroactively with this last patch. What is it? The 07 patch. At different ranks of housing, you get 50 extra. So I ended up with 100 extra points for outside.
Oh, okay. Well, they're probably doing that so they don't knock the server over with one of their updates. That would.
I mean, I get it. It's the same reason. They also introduced outdoor lighting, which is really kind of cool because you can have huge lights outside, but you can't overlap them. And again, I think all of it is geared towards resource management, which I can understand, but let's be real, like 250 outside and like several thousand inside is a big difference.
It is quite a big difference, especially when you're building. I went to Rocket's Alliance house the other day, and I was admiring the cave that he had put together because it really does look like it could be something in game. It doesn't look like something he's put together himself. I think I asked you that while I was looking through it.
You asked if it was all one piece, or I pretty much did that brick by brick.
It's impressive, dude.
And I finished it, so you should go check it out again. But yeah,
I totally should.
Well, and we're still eagerly awaiting Trog Tower, but we'll have to wait until they enable co-op building for that.
That's not going to happen till after WoW 2.0 comes out.
At this rate, you're probably not wrong. That might be something they patch in at the very end of the last Titan at this rate. But
Well, and then in the last Titan, they'll completely forget about housing.
yeah, it was the flagship for midnight only.
It'll go the way of the garrison.
Yeah, if you can't tell, I'm a little miffed that like something I had minimal interest in at best that has become a really fun thing for me to do to kill time has like been a flash in the pan, heavily advertised. We're all in. We're listening to the community. We support the artistic side of this with our community, and then crickets for like the last 3 or 4 months.
Well, not entirely crickets. They also want to take more of your money while they're not doing anything to the
That's
system.
true. Here, have a treehouse for $80.
I think if it had just gone kind of quiet and there hadn't been anything going on, that would not have engendered as much anger from the base as,
Yeah.
okay, we're going quiet. We're not going to tell you what the roadmap is. We're not going to give you any updates on features. But here you can spend more money than you spent on the whole game to get one thing.
It's more expensive for that treehouse skin than it is to buy World of Warcraft and the most recent expansion.
Was it more than that auction house mount?
No, but it was pretty close. The auction house mount was only like $30 more.
That's just, I don't know. That to me spoke very loudly about their priorities.
Yeah.
Their priorities are not necessarily the system. It's how they can make money out of the system as fast as possible. And that always turns me off when a company is, I mean, I know they have to make money, right? But they could also just make a good game like they used to. That's always a choice too.
I mean, yeah. If you haven't listened to anything recently, I highly recommend the last couple of episodes. We have dove deep into that well of a topic.
We have. So today we're going to talk about something completely different. Trog
Yes.
is not going to whine about the anglers thing even once.
And Rocket's not going to talk about housing anymore and how disappointed he is with it so far. Anyway, today, pointless points, Trog. So
Yes.
we call it the achievement system debate, but let me preface this by saying, like, there are rewards that are tied to the achievements. Like, certain achievements will give you battle pets, mounts, T-Mog, a title, that kind of thing, but they're few and far between. So I think for our, discussion today, we need to look at like, why is this thing here and how could it be done better? And we've kind of touched on it before as to a few things, but I'll let you take the ball and run with it for now, because I know you were itching to talk about your experience with some achievement systems in other games.
Yeah. So I do like achievements. For me, a big part of my joy in playing a game is when I can play a lot of little sessions and it like builds up to something bigger, because
Right.
I don't always have the time to sit down for 3 or 4 hours to play. Sometimes I have a half hour, in between testing something or whatever I'm running around doing in my crazy life. So achievements, like when I play games that are not WoW, I will usually enjoy the game, start seeing the achievements, and then on Steam, I really like how Steam does it. Steam lets you look at all the achievements. You can have spoilers on or off for the achievements, so you don't spoil parts of the game for yourself, but it shows you which ones you've gotten, which ones are left, but it also tells you how much of the community has them. So there has been more than one time in a game that I've noticed like 90% of the community has this achievement and I don't.
Right.
And it makes me realize that I've missed something in an earlier part of the game that I didn't even know was there. I think it happened in one of those Lego like Star Wars games or something.
Mm-hmm.
And it just like went, oh wow, so there's like an entire like part of this game I never discovered. And when I'm playing a roguelike game or a roguelite game, like Brotato, Vampire Survivors, or any of those, it is fun for to be able to look at the achievements and say, okay, so for this run, it's going to take, like, those runs take 20, 30 minutes usually. I'm going to try to aim for this achievement and this achievement. And similar to how amazing art results from when we limit ourselves on what we can do, so that our creativity has to find another way to solve that problem. I find that some of my funnest experiences in games like that come from saying, okay, I'm only going to use like this item and things that synergize with this item, so that I can go for that achievement over there. And I talk about all this because I love achievements. I think they're great. I love the way Steam does them in particular. I will sometimes even just open up a game just to grind the achievements up a little bit, because I try to get my games on Steam to 100% if the achievements aren't too boring. And for WoW, I struggle because I need an external tool to do a lot of this. Like, I could look at a particular event or a particular expansion's quest, but what I really want to do is I would love for WoW in game to tell me, hey, if you look at Burning Crusade, you're missing all the achievements except for these 3, and you have all the T-Mogs except for these like 4 or 5, right? And you've got all the mounts except this one. I would love to have that information, because I enjoy going out to BC and grinding things and just remembering the old content. You remember when I was doing the rares there for a while?
Yeah. And I hope they do another event like that too.
Yeah, I was having a blast, even though the rares in BC were frustrating as hell to try to track down and kill. I was having fun flying around. I did the PvP events. I got into a fight with an Alliance a hunter, I think. But it was enjoyable, and I did it because I had a tool that showed me how close I was to like finishing BC.
Right.
And so I was going along that, and I can't remember what that tool was now, but WoW has all that information. They know when things entered the game and all that. It would be, I think, it would be trivial for them to create a kind of expansion by expansion view, so I can see, I know from that tool that Wrath I've got like at 90%, and all the other expansions are below 50, right? I know that about myself already because of that other tool, but I would love to see that in WoW, because then I could, like, within WoW, set some tracking on a couple of things and say, you know what? I'm going to go have fun doing this to try to earn this thing right now. So for me, I'd like better options to see information about the achievements. How do they group together? How complete am I on an expansion? How does this look for everybody else that plays WoW? Am I missing a super common one that's easy because I thought it was hard, but it's really not?
Right.
So I know I rambled for a little while, but
No,
that
you're
was
good.
what was... When you brought up this episode, that's the first thing I thought about, is how Steam manages their achievements, how they give you that data. And
I like
that.
the idea of being able to see it and then turning off the spoilers so you don't ruin anything story related, but you can still see how close you are to being done.
Yeah.
One platform game that I'm reminded of that, you want to talk about achievements and how like hardcore I went after them. Ocarina of Time.
Oh man, that was such a good game.
Went after everything, and I'm talking everything, down to like the stupid apples you had to get for Epona and all that. So
yeah, I was gonna say, wasn't there a special horse or something?
Yeah. So like, I'm with you on that. And the thing that stinks is I think a lot of it is just kind of what we've been commenting on a lot lately, where things get introduced and they're exciting for a moment, and then for whatever reason, Blizzard never thinks that anyone's going to ever go back and try to finish it or complete it. So like, if you're not doing something current expansion while it's hot, the odds of Blizzard being interested in you going back and finishing are like 0. However, that's literally what this game is because even before the ridiculous release cadence of the patches, people would hit these droughts of time where like, okay, I've done my, even before Mythic Plus, I've done all my heroic runs in the dungeons. I've done my heroic raids. I'm pretty much tapped out until the next expansion comes. Oh, shoot, that's like 3 months away. What am I going to do in the meantime? Well, I'm going to play other games, but when I log into WoW, I'm chasing achievements, T-Mogs, mounts, pets, finishing old expansion things that I never got to finish. Um, so all that information, as you said, is in there. They just need to do a better job of organizing it and making it easier to see where you're at, see what you want, and then I think the big thing that's missing is to give you a reason to keep going.
Um, I'm reminded of Steam gives you like some sort of currency, like when you buy things or when you participate in their little seasonal contests and
Right,
stuff.
right, right.
And you also get like cards that drop. And then the cards, if you make sets of them, will give you stuff like for chat, like emojis that are themed after the game or a
Cool.
background that's themed after the game, right?
Yeah,
I
nothing
would love to
game
see
breaking, but fun.
just silly social things and
Yeah.
things that allow you to say, like, Hollow Knight is my favorite game. It's my banner. It's my icon. I'm going to use
Right.
a Hollow Knight thing in my chat all the time. I'd love to see Blizzard pick that up and be like the Burning Crusade, right? Like I said earlier, being able to have like your loading screen, use the Burning Crusade loading screens or something, right? And you can change those. That would be cool for them to just drop in things that don't matter in the game at all. But if you're grinding on expansion, like you said, if I put some time into the game, let me get something other than a useless achievement that gives me nothing except for
Points.
an achievement.
And, and that's kind of where my salt level comes from this, is because during the dark times before I met the wonder that is Trog and the amusing activities that ensued with Pull All the Things, like,
Dude, that was almost kind. Are you okay?
I know. I think I hit my head earlier.
Yeah, probably
Um,
so.
I'm trying to be a positive rocket today. Um, but like back when I had no guild and no core group of people to do stuff with, this is literally all I did. And like, we talk about Show and his crazy addiction to achievement points. That was me for a while. Like, I'm nowhere near into it as he is. That guy goes after everything, man. It is crazy the amount of stuff he's going after. One thing that he'll always have me beat on is PvP achievements, because I just don't enjoy PvP. But
You want to know what I heard yesterday?
what's that?
He was doing one of his raid achievements in
Yeah.
Aberrus. Some of those are a pain in the ass.
Oh yeah,
But there was another dude that was on voice with us while we were doing it.
yeah.
And that dude was kind of helping us through it with the strategy and all that. And at one point, him and Show were talking back and forth, and Show said his achievement number, which is ungodly higher than mine.
Right.
And this guy said, "Oh, that's nice. I have," and then he said 10,000 more than Show.
Oh
And I'm
God.
like, what the hell?
So like that's kind of my point, is like, other than bragging rights, what does that guy get for those points? And that's where I'd like to see, kind of like what I've spoken on before, is some sort of a point tier shop system. And I'm not saying like, in-game money or anything like that, but give you access using your achievement point levels to maybe get some old T-Mogs that aren't available anymore. Or, if there's that one mount that you have been farming for, I don't know, 12 years or more, and you just can't seem to get it to drop, let that be something that, hey, if you reach XYZ tier of achievement points for X amount of gold, you can buy that mount and just be done with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I could see that. I would really, I mean, they love the hell out of their recolors, right?
Yes.
Like, if you've completed all the like dungeon level achievements for an expansion, maybe the gear that drops is a different color or something
Yeah.
just for you or something. Like just something silly. That's why I mentioned like Steam. It's all social rewards that don't mean anything. They're freaking profile icons and
Right.
backgrounds and frames and like little emojis. Like they don't mean anything in any video game. They're pointless, but I've collected a few. When I really love a game, I'll go through and fold up the cards and I'll make sure to go and get the few that I don't have so that I can
Right.
get these rewards just to show that this game was a really fun experience. It was worth putting my time in, and now I have the little, an icon for it.
Right. And there's a lot to be said of like the perceived prestige, I guess is the best way to look at it. Like, so something funny happened in Guild Chat. You were talking about Show and his achievement points. Uh, Something funny happened in Guild Chat last night. Someone was talking about getting the 600 mount achieve or whatever. And then Drac, good old Drac, he chimes in with, "Oh, don't worry, Rocket's probably got that one. He's got a infinity bajillion mounts anyway." And so, of course, in that moment, I had to quickly open up my mounts page and get an accurate number. And my accurate number is 996.
Holy crap, you're almost at 1,000 mounts?
Yeah. And I haven't really been trying that hard.
Jeez, I think I just got an achievement recently, so I'm either at 5 or 600.
Well, right now I think 600 is the top, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, is it?
But so what's funny is every time they release a mount for having X number of mounts, I just get it by default because I'm at 960 or whatever it is. So
Dude,
like,
that's crazy.
yeah.
How many mounts are you actually missing from the game? It can't possibly be that many.
So a lot
Just
of the
the
ones,
PvP ones.
mainly PvP or Mythic Plus related. Those are
the
those are the
challenge
two
ones, right?
those are the two big categories where I'm missing. Because as far as dungeons and raids, like you remember when they did that big event for all the mounts, I'm like, well, shoot, I already have that one. I already have that one.
Yeah.
I already have that one. Oh crap! Out of the 15 mounts, I need like 3.
Whereas me, I got super lucky and got like half of the ones I was missing.
Right? I mean, it's a great event if you don't already have them all. But
Oh,
so like
speaking of that event,
silly
I
things
also
like that.
loved how much gear dropped from Dungeons and Raids for that. That was
Oh
awesome.
gosh, it was crazy. My bag was so full every time.
T-Mog City.
Oh, it was great, but also not great.
That's another thing, like that classification of things and what expansion they come through from or tags, right?
Right.
Like as I've been playing more with the transmog with my warrior and my hunter, I was playing a lot with it the other day. It feels like there's kind of an intersection to this conversation where you don't have a lot of good like filtering options on your transmog. I'd love to just see the pieces that came from BC and build a silly clunky BC
dude.
transmog set to run around BC with, right?
like the old school, like I don't care what it looks like, I'm after the stats armor set.
I've got a red hat on and green pauldrons and a blue chest.
The T-Mog wasn't a thing when these sets were introduced set.
Yes. But I'd like to see that kind of stuff kind of WoW over the years has built so many different collections for us.
Yeah.
And it's a thing inside video games. I love collecting things. It's one of my, I guess you would say it's one of my tisms probably.
Yeah. Definitely.
so-
It's mine too.
But I prefer like I have an add-on for my pets where it lets me classify things and organize things and I can filter by common stats. I found one of those for mounts too, and that was excellent. But Blizzard has all of this game data in their game. Like to create a tag that says, troll mounts, right? Or something like that. Or T-Mog flag for what expansion it came from,
Right.
or if it's Naga styled. Like, can I see all the Naga styled pieces? That'd be
Right.
cool, right?
Let me see all the things that make me look like a Murloc.
So I think it's for me with the achievement stuff, it's almost less about the points, and it's you've got all these collection systems, Blizzard, but you make them incredibly hard to interact with in the game. Everything's just a bulk list of crap with maybe one category.
Right. Yeah, some streamlining, like they've done a really good job, I gotta say, with the combat user interface. But as far as like the interface of the actual game, like tracking achievements, tracking uh, collections, and things like that, they really need to go in and I think kind of shine that up a little bit.
What do you think about the system they have around the decor? Because that feels a little bit more intensive than some of the others, but I don't use that system very much. How do you feel about it as being a big decor user?
So, my one gripe, okay, is if you're going to give us a catalog system, let me be able to buy within the catalog. I understand that, initially, if something's tied behind a certain expansion or a certain vendor, that's fine. But the first time I buy something, and don't even get me started because this is the only game where I have to buy decor more than once. Um, but the first time I buy something, I'll trek out and go find the vendor, right? But then once you do that, it goes into your catalog. Once it's in the catalog, let me just be able to say, I want to buy 20 more. I don't understand why that's so difficult. But
Oh,
I do like the organization of it because they've gone into pretty detail. So you've got like your main headings of like, this is furniture, this is, accents, this is functional, this is structural. So you kind of know based off the category the things that'll be in it. But what I like is they even go one step beyond that, where if you go into furniture, then you can go tables, you can go chairs, you can go storage, and it'll
okay.
only show you the subcategory of the main category. So, why can't we do that with appearances? Why can't I say, hey, show me the cloth gear from Wrath of the Lich King, uh, mage related? Boom.
Yeah.
There's every set right there on my screen.
And let me see it regardless of what character I'm on.
Right. Let me see it no matter what I'm playing. Because who knows? Maybe I'm thinking about race changing my mage to the character that I'm on, and I want to see how the gear's going to look.
While you were talking about the not being able to buy from the catalog, I had an excellent idea.
Oh, no.
What if we use the brokers, right? Those the dudes and give them like make an in-game Amazon service.
Oh, that would be
So
so good.
you buy from the brokers and maybe it's more expensive or you have to pay for some kind of shipping fee or something.
You pay a
And then
tax.
it arrives in your at your house at some point and you have a little like, package receipt box in the front for the housing decor that you've ordered.
That is
I would
amazing.
I also think it would be pretty cool if um you could like you could buy secondhand decor.
Right. So, like, say somebody else wasted their, in game currency on it, ended up not wanting it. I can buy it from them at a discount.
Right. And I was thinking maybe not even wasting, right? Like maybe you built your first house very differently than when you revamped it and you put all the like the machinery around, right? So that it
Oh,
looked
yeah.
like it was powered by all that stuff.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you probably bought decor that you no longer need. It would
Oh,
be
dude,
cool
I
if
have
you could say
so
like,
many random bushes and boulders that I never use now.
yeah, and it would be cool if you could just flag that as like for sale. Um,
We're going to do a Craigslist for housing decor.
Oh man. Oh, well my brain just went somewhere way
Fa-
crazier than that.
Facebook Marketplace for my used wooden beams.
Do you know what a math trade is?
No.
So, I go to I go to board game cons, not so much anymore, but I used to go to quite a few of them. And some of them, like the really big ones, will have people that do what's called a math trade. What you do is you put in all of your games that you are open to getting rid of and how much you want for them. And then you create a wish list of games you would like to get from other people. And somebody basically uses a script to go through and work out, okay, if this person bought this game from this second person and they had the money is now over here, then they could buy this game from this person and then they could sell it back to this person for this. And so when you get to the con, you basically get a list. Find this person,
Oh
give
my
them this game.
gosh.
Find this other person, get this game from them. But it's cool because it encourages the community to be like, I only play this game once a year. I probably don't need to own a copy of it, so I'm going to bring in. But it's hard to do that in like a flea market setting where you're just selling. In this one, you're like, here's some definite things I want. Here's some stuff I'm willing to let go of. And the universe kind of sorts it out.
Yeah,
I
make
love
it
that
work.
idea. And having something like that in WoW would be really awesome.
Oh my god. I can imagine the angry that is going to happen though. The first time somebody gets taken advantage of.
Well, I told you it was a crazy idea, but it made
It's
me laugh a lot.
interesting. That's interesting. No, I've never even heard of that. Oh man. Well,
Sorry.
you're good. What are some other things like? Because again, you're right. It's not just about the points. Like the points are gonna be there no matter what. We accumulate points just by showing up.
Yeah, you
Um,
really do.
like just by doing current content, I think we're getting all kinds of achievements. Like, oh, so to piggyback off something you said earlier, like a better way to track things. I was out there doing heroic. Whoa, excuse me, doing heroic world tier in Val. And that's when I discovered, because I was starting to look at all the different achievements that I need to buy the mount that you told me was on the vendor. That's when I figured out that the prior week I missed out on something by not killing one thing.
Oh man, I haven't looked at those
One
achievements yet.
thing. So now I have to wait till tomorrow and make sure that I go kill one thing.
So I'll tell you, everyone, what I am going to hear tomorrow is that Rocket has been sitting out there for 6 hours waiting for it already when I got online.
Oh yeah.
And he is going to be in full rage mode.
Oh, that goes without saying. And then like, so last night, you know, that little hustle group for the lightsaber sword, right?
Yeah.
We slapped a group together to get that done, and I was hoping you would pop on, but you never did. That's okay. I forgive you. So we're out
doing
there.
our Ted Lasso rewatch.
So we're out there, and show's like, man, when I got mine earlier, stuff was popping like crazy. And I said, literally just flat, deadpan delivery. I said, well, it's because I'm out here now.
The Rocket effect.
The rocket has arrived. But so what are some other things, like other than streamlining the tracking process and possibly, you know, opening an in-game gold? Because let's be real, everybody can just buy a token and get in-game gold. And then if you have enough achievement points, start buying all the stuff you're missing. I think that would be a good way to, you know, maybe boost some in-game economy. What are some other ways that they could tie these useless points to something that actually matters? I have a couple of thoughts.
Oh, go ahead, man. I
So
gave
I've-
a lot of my thoughts on achievements.
I've talked before about, like, I don't know exactly what happens in other MMOs. This is really the only MMO other than SWOTOR that I've really played. But so again, if this does happen in other games, everybody let me know. But like, on the anniversary of when you first joined World of Warcraft, keep in mind it would be whatever your most active sub is. So For me, it would be all the way back in 2004, right? For other people, it could be just a few years old. But either way, on the anniversary every year of when you first subbed, give you some sort of a attaboy for logging in still and still being around and being like, hey, another trip around Azeroth. Good job. Here is 10% extra drop chance on all mounts and gear for the next 24 hours, you know, from when you log in or something like that. There could be things.
And it would have to trigger at the next point that you log in, not
Right.
necessarily on that day.
It wouldn't be a timed thing. It would be upon log in and log out. Or give you a buff, kind of like the Dark Moon Fair buff or the Turbulent Timeways buff, where it's like, happy anniversary to me. I get extra XP for the next 3 days because I've been playing WoW as long as I have. But there's a lack of perceived, at least in my opinion, okay, this is just coming from my opinion, there's a lack of perceived giving a rat's ass that I've been playing this game for 20 plus years. Like Blizzard could care less. And I would like, just once in a while, to have my ego stroked a little bit that says, hey, thanks for wasting most of your adult time with us.
You could have wasted it with hookers and blow, but instead
Right.
you chose World of Warcraft.
You chose Azeroth instead of going to the nudie bar. Good job. You know?
Bender would be so disappointed with you.
Something. You know? I don't know what exactly the solution is, but like I feel, and I've said it before, the achievement points are there. Like we're getting them. So why not make them matter somehow?
So I would love to see like a unique to Bard or a title for anniversaries like that, like 5 years something, because that's something you could walk around and you'd be like, oh, that dude's been playing since this game dropped. Holy shit.
Right? So it's kind of like the prestige idea that they have in Final Fantasy. Like when they did their hard reset, everybody who was playing the game prior to that, you know, once the game got nuked and restarted, they had some sort of a symbol next to their name. So you knew that they were an OG player, right? So you knew that they knew what they were doing. And then kind of like what WoW has done and what Final Fantasy did with the new people. I think in Final Fantasy they're called sprouts or whatever, and they have the little leaf next to them. So that lets you know that it's a completely new person to the game, and you should probably be a little patient and try to be a little kinder to them. And WoW, I believe they're marked with a Murloc head, which I disagree with.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah. It may be something only I see because my hunter is a guide. That might be why. But any nooblet is marked with a Murloc thing around their portrait.
How long does that Murloc thing last?
I'm guessing maybe until you level your first character to max.
Ah, okay.
That would be my guess. But yeah, I don't know. Like some sort of in-game recognition for people who have invested a lot of time other than titles and things, which don't get me wrong, those are a great way to reward someone for putting in a lot of effort. My wife, for example, back when you could get the salty title, she was dead set on getting it, and that took her a long time. I give her props.
Do you not have the salty title?
I do not. I've been really, really tempted to link our two accounts together so I can have it. I'm salty.
You're a cheater, sir.
I'm salty in spirit.
You're a cheater. You know what?
I said I've been tempted. I didn't say I did it.
Yet another reason why your wife is like better for this podcast than you.
Wow, Trog. Why don't I just make her the host? Trog
because
says
you
I've
love
been
talking
replaced.
to me so much.
Yeah, well, that is true. I mean, we talk anyway. We may as well record it and get other people's thoughts on the matter, right?
That's true. We do have some guest stars coming up soon, I think.
Yeah, there's quite a few. Like, you know, our surprise guest for our next one. Hopefully, this goes smoother. And then
Hopefully, Trog doesn't crash.
we're gonna have our thank you tour where we'll actually have multiple guest stars. That's gonna be interesting. So,
Although I just have to remind Winmar that after next week, he'll be the only officer that hasn't been on the podcast.
Well, let's be sure to remind him of that every day.
Oh, I remind him of it frequently.
Okay.
We love you, Winmar.
Upon login, we'll just be like, "Hey, man, did you know?"
I'm going to put it in his officer note.
Still has not been on the podcast.
What I was gonna say when you talked about having a little leaf next to somebody to know that they're a new player, I'm reminded of when I was playing Star Trek: The Collectible Card Game competitively, the first edition, in Colorado, and there was this dude who would teach new people the game, and I played him when I was new to the scene. And this dude only signed up to be one of those people for the company that would like teach people the game so that he had easy opponents to like destroy.
Oh, God.
So he beat me, and then he's like walking around with a puffed up chest, and I'm like, I literally just started playing this game, dude. Like you beat a noob. I don't think you need to celebrate that much.
Weird flex, bro. Weird flex.
Yeah. I don't get it. It's like when Mito taught me League of Legends. You son of a.
Oh, we have Mito to blame.
Oh man. Well, I told you that story, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
For all of our audience, when Mito and my other friend Elric first got me to try League of Legends, Mito said, "Don't worry, Trog. I will teach you how to play League of Legends." And he put us into a Twisted Tree Line, the 3-man map. He played Master Yi and told me to play whoever I wanted. I don't even remember who I played now. And he spent the next 30 minutes killing me over and over and over and over. And every time I spawned and I would start running and I would start fighting an enemy, he would find me, kill me immediately, dance on my corpse, and then say, "Trog, I am teaching you how to play League of Legends."
Well, he's not lying.
Oh, he was accurate. The feeling I got from Mito that day was definitely the feeling I get anytime I play that game.
So your experience with League of Legends is literally every experience I have with PvP and WoW ever. It's like, today's going to be the day where I actually figure out what I'm doing. Nope.
Man, we're both Horde mains. We're never going to have success in PvP.
That's not true, man. Horde used to like pwn Alliance in PvP all the time.
Well, Horde will win every time if it's a balanced match. But what always seems to happen every time I step into a battleground is there's a full team of Alliance and half a team of Horde.
Right, because people have left.
And then we get stomped, and then I stop playing Battlegrounds again.
Man, I was trying to be more positive. Look what you brought out of me.
Oh. Well, you know what? You haven't done any kind of salt-filled rant today.
Are you ready?
Yes.
So, I think it is absolutely ridiculous the amount of time that it can take for mounts to drop in this game. I am elated. Don't get me wrong. I am super happy to be done with Nyalotha. But my tism is such that I'm on to the next thing. And I don't know why it is that like the drop rates are so low on stuff that is more than 10 years old. A good example of this, you've heard me gripe about it many times. For those who have been watching on YouTube, I'm still doing Dragon Soul for, hey, conveniently enough, a stupid achievement that I need. So I have been after the Awake the Drakes achievement. I've been one dragon away for years at this point because, for whatever reason, Blizzard's like, hey, not only are we going to make you sit through Dragon Soul and not be able to skip any of the bullcrap dialogue, have fun with that, but on top of that, we're going to make you come back week after week after week for years because you need one dragon to drop that we refuse to drop.
Do you want to hear my experience with that achievement?
Yeah, you got it. Your first time.
I noticed the achievement, and the next week they did that mount farm thing, and I got it the first week.
Yeah. So I got a few of my missing mounts during that mount achievement. Don't get me wrong. I was happy. I think that's when I got the Life Maiden or Life Binder's Maiden or whatever, the other dragon that's in there. So I've been one dragon away. I just need the Blazing Drake. That's it. If I get the Blazing Drake, I'll get Awake the Drakes, which will then give me another dragon, and then I'll be at 962 mounts instead of 960.
Man, the one I was happiest to get during that event was the one in Stratham, because that's one I have been farming for years, and it dropped near the end of the event. I farmed Stratham the whole time that event was on. Every day I had multiple characters, but I did finally get it.
I feel bad for you because I had a Trog experience with that one. So I've been going in on Stratholme on my Rogue, on my Druid, on anything that can skip as many mobs as possible, farming that thing for years. That mount event happened and I got it the first day. On the first tune I brought in there.
I think I was online when it happened, and I got all excited because I'm like, maybe I'll finally get it. And then it took the whole event.
The whole event. I'm sorry. Blizzard shifted my luck to you for that one. Well, and then, it's the Frost Lord thing is the same thing, Trog. Hi.
Oh, I haven't done that today.
You're welcome for reminding you. Hi, we're Blizzard. We're going to build in bad luck protection. Every time you don't get the mount, you get a blah, blah, blah percentage increase that you'll get it the next day. I've done it every day, people. Every day. At this point, I should have 100% drop rate, and I still can't get the mount.
They said it increases the drop rate. What they did tell us is it increases it by 0.1%.
Right? No, like, it starts off something ridiculous. Like, you have a 20% on the first tune that you do it on. Okay? And if you don't get it, like, who knows? Yeah, maybe it is a 0.05 increase, but who cares? At this point, I've done it every day. And I will do it every day. And I'll probably get it on the last day if I get it at all.
Oh, we should, after we're done recording here, we should totally go do that.
I've already done mine, but I'll help you do yours.
So on the topic of achievements, I've been trying to think, I've been sitting here for a while trying to think, what's like a memorable achievement that you went for that like was ridiculous or hard or just memorable in general?
There's there's a couple that I'm going to be honest that I need to go back and finish that I'm not really looking forward to going back and finishing. I need to finish all of Torghast because there's a lot of achievements tied into doing.
Oh, I've literally never done that thing.
Yeah, and right now is a great time to do it because you can go in there and one-shot everything, get the highest achievement possible for each thing. Keep in mind, the reason why I don't do it is there's so many different sections of that place. That was just, Blizzard, I get what you were going for. Without Torghast, we wouldn't have the Delves, so I'm thankful for that. But my God, with the amount of different wings that are in Torghast that you have to do achievements for, it's ridiculous. But as far as something that I did get, that I was just flabbergasted that I got, like at the time that I was actually chasing it. This has all happened pretty recently. Let's be real. With Midnight, I have done more stuff on Rocket this season than ever before in terms of like first week I got whatever the Mythic Plus one is. It's not ahead of the curve. It's oh man, I can't think of it right now. But the Mythic Plus 2K IO achieve. I got that within the first week of going for it. We've gotten AOTC of every raid, this season. But like old school, I would have to say getting the Ruby Slippers achievement in old school Karazhan is probably something that I had the most fun chasing.
I was going to mention a few things. So, one is the Warlock Screen Fire.
Oh,
that is something,
bro! I totally blanked on that. Yeah,
I loved that. It was like one of my high points in WoW. I was so proud of myself because it was really difficult to do. You really had to understand the
that
Warlock's
proved
abilities
that
to do it.
Yeah, that proved that you knew your class at least enough to use all the different abilities.
And then the other one I was going to say from like memory fondness is my guild at the time and I went through and was doing all of the dungeon achievements in Wrath while they were still current.
Nice.
So not like just going in after and cleaning them up. We were doing them when you had to be geared and you could actually die, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And I just remember that being so much fun because we like planned it out. We swapped to a comp that would be easiest to do it on. We all got on different characters. That was a good time. And then the one that surprised me the most is in Dornigal when I was running through and I got stomped by that press and I got an achievement that I didn't even know existed and went, what the heck? I didn't know you could die there, one. And two, I didn't know there was an achievement. So that one just completely like took me by surprise.
That was such a fun little what moment for I think a lot of us.
It really was.
Yeah. So that triggered a memory from days gone by. Way back in vanilla, getting my first epic speed ground mount, getting the achievement for that while it was current, I think is something I couldn't have done alone, and I'll explain why. So, for those who aren't aware, gold in vanilla was not as plentiful as it is now. The game was very stingy, and to get your racial epic speed ground mount, because keep in mind this is back when speed mattered. I don't remember the cost, but all I know is I had to borrow gold from our guild leader to get it. And the fact that they did that for me and helped me get that achievement has always stuck with me.
Yeah, I think I loaned some people gold back in the day to do that too. Back in Burning Crusade before it got a lot cheaper.
Yeah. Well, and then there's, the Warlock mounts and the Paladin mounts, which, by the way, I found out a fun story about the Warlock mounts, the Dreadsteeds. Those were actually supposed to be the Forsaken mounts at first.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then they changed those to skeletal horses instead.
Oh, this is a more recent one, but it's one that I'm really glad I did. During Legion Remix, I went after all of the class halls.
Oh, yeah.
And
yeah.
I think I talked about that on another episode of the show, but I did it to get the achievements right, but I ended up enjoying it because of all of the story there.
Yeah.
Some were underwhelming, some were really good. The Paladin and Death Knight ones were fantastic. I thought the Priest one was really good. The Warrior one was kind of lame. The Warlock one was pretty good too.
I'll agree. All of those statements are true. Like
the Shaman one was underwhelming.
The Shaman
too.
one was okay, but like
Shaman was okay.
Out of all of them, I felt like the Warrior was the most underwhelming.
Yeah, it really was. It was kind of lame. Even the rogue one was more fun than the warrior one.
Dude, it was really cool for me to get that Raven mount because, again, I don't really play a rogue. So to do that kind of stuff and get rewarded for it, that's why I did all the class halls is for the mounts and all that. And come to find out during Remix, you could get decor items. So that's why I did it again.
My favorite moment from doing all of those was when I went after the corrupted, what's it called? Corrupted Ashbringer.
Ashbringer, which, dang, dude, I got to put that on my paladin. Thanks for reminding me.
I know we're running over here, but I really loved the story of like the paladins and the death knights like coming together and talking about how to deal with that situation and watching the personality clash there. Like that was some solid, fun storytelling that involved the character deeply. You weren't just kind of champion, right? You were actually like involved in that, and that felt really good. I enjoyed pursuing that achievement.
Here, fellow paladin, go do this thing because you're a paladin. Okay.
Champion who has saved the world 100 times, please go pick up my laundry.
Champion, I dropped something on the beach. Could you pick it up for me?
You're going to have to kill 45 crabs to find it.
Oh, Khadgar. I can't be the only one who wants a wheelchair mount, by the way.
Oh, only if it drives like the cars in Undercity.
Oh. No, what they could do is they could make it a temporary mount like the broom during Hollow's End and just have it be something that only, lasts a little while and then you have to reapply it in an hour or so. That would be funny. Like the things that change your mount into a reindeer, have it turn your mount into a wheelchair. Anyway, yes, we did go a little over, but I think it was important to kind of reflect back on, I think that's something that's missing from a lot of what they're doing right now is like that feeling of like, whoa, that was really hard to get, and celebrating that fact. And, yes, ease of access is a good thing, right? Like, I just got done saying Rocket's done way more stuff in this game recently than I think I've ever done before. And I'm okay with that. I think that's a pleasant change. However, we need to not lose sight of when you do something that is difficult, it should be celebrated.
Yeah. Well, I do like I know we've talked about this a few times, but when Belial was commenting how the hard stuff is no longer the only way to get gear, right?
Right.
You
gear
get
is
the
no
gear
longer tied to hard stuff. Hard stuff is just
and then you
hard
do
stuff.
the hard stuff.
Yeah.
Which is a way better paradigm, I think, for casual players, because then after I'm done gearing, my warrior is pretty much there. I've got to get a bunch of mythic pieces on him, but he's decently geared and doing raids and mythic pluses. That's fine. But now I can just jump into a dungeon, right? I don't have to worry if I'm going to get a drop or not. I can just go and do it for fun.
Right.
I like that.
Do it for completion, just for the lulz.
Yeah. Just to hang out with my friends, usually.
Yeah, that's usually what I do it for. I mean, I'm there for Mythic Crest at this point because that's all I have left to upgrade with. But, yeah. Well, then, I think we have sufficiently kicked this horse in the teeth.
Wow, that violent imagery.
I'm sorry. You told me I was being too nice. So maybe I went too... Did I go too far the other way?
I didn't ask you to start abusing horses.
Well, I mean, I think you did.
That does sound like something I would say. Except instead of a horse, it would be your mom.
Whoa now. Whoa. Let's get off mom's. I just got off yours. Oh! Anyway. So for next time, everybody, we will be proceeding with our planned episode, which I can, pull the curtain back off of. We're going to talk to our good friend Mito, who has been taking a little bit of a hiatus from WoW, and we're going to talk about the games we cheat on WoW with, conveniently enough.
You're going to hear a lot about the award-winning Final Fantasy.
Yes, and Pokemon.
Oh
But
yes, he does love his Pokemon facts.
it'll be a good time. Like I said, we were knee deep in it, and technical difficulties ensued. So I look forward to redoing it and putting it out there for everybody to hear it. But until then, stay salty, everybody. Say goodbye, Trog.
Bye, Trog.